Don't you just love the words? It covers so beautifully the blessing of our five senses. And just listen to those words. You can't help but feel happy and so grateful to be alive. Wow. Okay, well, we read in the science of mind, the cause, capital C, we could say source, capital S. Back of everything must be unity, or else it could not exist. More than one power would indicate a universe divided against itself. And this kind of a universe could not hold together. Now, I don't talk about politics from this platform ever, because it's not my place to tell you what to think, what to say, what to do, how to feel. Only your inner being can tell you that. My job is to remind you of who you truly are. A spiritual being having a human experience. We each bring as much or as little awareness of who we truly are, the spiritual being we are, and our spiritual nature, to everything we do in this world as we live in this world. Whether it's related to politics or religion or personal health choices or our relationships with others. But not to mention at this time, the politics in our country that has been so divisive, that has been so full of opposing opinions and points of view, and the ferocity of anger and negative energy that such opinions create would be to ignore the elephant in the room. So I'm feeling that this is the perfect time for us to use what has happened and what is happening to take a look at ourselves, to see where we are individually in our spiritual awareness of who we truly are and what this life is for, and to assess what we are bringing individually to this human experience. It's been said, humankind has not woven the web of life. We are but one thread within it. Whatever we do to the web, we do to ourselves. All things are bound together. All things connect. We've had quite a week, haven't we? And right now, some of us may feel like a winner, and some of us may feel like a loser. But either way, neither is spiritually true. We are one life together. And there can't be sides to either win or lose in this one life we share together. If we've taken a side about anything, politics or anything else in this world, and we allow ourselves to be affected by the side we've taken, whether it appears that we're on the winning side or the losing side, we are missing the point, the spiritual point of living in a world like this. This world will always, always, always be full of contrast. That's what it's for, and that's why we came. To exercise our power of spiritual self-direction by sifting and sorting through the contrast and deciding for ourselves how we want to uniquely express our spiritual self while we're here. Fighting with the contrast is like fighting with shadows. There is no substance there. It only has as much power as we give it. This world can do nothing for us or to us unless we let it get to us and allow it to define us in some way. That's why Jesus said thousands of years ago to be in the world, but not of the world. In other words, live as you intended to live when you came into this world. Identify with your spiritual nature, with your spiritual self, and don't let the world convince you otherwise. If we believe that because of the results of the elections, we have more power and freedom to live as we want to live, we've gained nothing in our spiritual awareness by the results of the election. And likewise, if we believe we could lose anything that spiritually belongs to us, and that we have less power right now to live as we choose, we have lost far more than an election. Science Mind goes on to tell us duality has been believed in since time immemorial, and indeed is still believed by many. By duality, we mean a belief in more than one power, back of all things. The belief in duality has polluted philosophy with untruths and has made countless thousands go through life with saddened hearts. As we said last Sunday, so often, more often than not, sometimes all the time, for some of us in the world, we believe that something specific needs to happen outside of us rather than within us, that something other than us needs to change before what we desire can be. So we fight for what we want in the world by fighting with the world, believing that it's the fight that will bring it about if we win, and keep it away if we lose. To believe that anything that happens in this world causes us to have power over others, or others to have power over us, is to deny our oneness with the only power that is. The one power back of all things. The source energy of love. That's the only creator of that which is good and richly abundant and joyous and beautiful and true. And that source energy of life gives to all alike, because all of us around this world, in the universe, are that life expressing. Every one of us. Every living being, no matter how easy or difficult the circumstances may appear to be, has been given the same gift of power and freedom to individually create a life. Abraham Hicks tells us, you came because you are a creator, and a creator has got to create. When you no longer split your flow of energy with contradictory thoughts, you will know your power. It's up to each of us to realize that's true for ourselves. And in that way, and only in that way, do we add our greater awareness of the truth to the collective awareness that causes our world to appear as it does. Every moment we are either clearing it up or mucking it up. But no matter what our collective consciousness has brought into manifestation in this world so far, we individually get to choose how we want to experience it now and what we want to experience next. In fact, it's how we choose to experience it now. What we choose to focus on now. That adds to the momentum of future manifestations in this world. There's no time like the present, because what we're thinking and how we're feeling right now is creating our next experience. Abraham Hicks tells us whatever you're thinking about is literally like planning a future event. When you're worrying, you're planning. When you're appreciating, you're planning. What are you planning? Are we aware of what we're planning right now? If we were to check in with ourselves, is what we're thinking and how those thoughts are causing us to feel the vibration we want to emit and create with next? Every moment is an opportunity for us to set a new trend in motion. Every moment is a fertile moment for us to intentionally choose who we want to be and how we want to be as we live in this world. Today's talk asks, are you a trendsetter? And the answer is yes. We're each a trendsetter in our own life. We're all the influencer in our own particular experience. We're like the TikTok star in this time-space continuum that is setting the trend for what appears in our life. The law of attraction, as we know, says that which is like unto itself is drawn. In other words, that which we think in any moment attracts to itself other thoughts, just like it. One thought unchanged leads to another thought just like it, and it gains vibrational momentum as it moves in the direction we've sent it. And it attracts people who are agreeing with those thoughts, whatever they may be. And conditions and situations that match the emissions. To paraphrase Abraham Hicks, the law of attraction isn't punishing us or blessing us. It's simply responding to the vibrational attitude that we're emitting. Our life in this world doesn't depend on anything that happens in the world. It depends on what happens in us. It depends on how we choose to be and what we choose to focus on. Because whatever we choose, we set the trend. Good or bad, happy or sad. And the law of attraction sends us matching vibrations, no questions asked. The law of attraction doesn't take sides. We talk a lot about the law of attraction because it's important for us to know that it's real. That it's always present because we're a vibrational being living in a vibrational universe. Like the law of gravity, the law of attraction is always functioning, and doesn't exclude anyone. The law of gravity doesn't make an exception. I mean, no one floats up and we all fall down. It's the way it goes. It's the law. We live within it every moment. And like it or not, it's matching up everyone's vibrational frequencies. How we feel is how we feel. And how we feel is what we get. We set the trend for positive or negative happenings in our life. Now we can say, well, I feel this way because this happened or that happened, and we can say that. But to say that and believe that takes away the power of our individual intention. If we want to live in this world and not be drawn into negative energy, we have to live intentionally. We have to want to focus on thoughts that feel good to think. We've got to see the importance of that. We've got to want that. And if we do, we have to find a way not to let the way we feel be only about what happens in the world. Because this is where we're getting our feelings, it's a crapshoot every moment. If we're only looking at the world, and then we're having a negative feeling response, and we're not doing anything intentionally to feel better and have a better feeling within us, we're not doing anything deliberately. We're just living by default and having knee-jerk reactions to life and helping to perpetuate the same old things, whether those things are unwanted in this world. That's why it's so important for us to notice, even before something manifests, what our thoughts and feelings are calling to us in this world. It's hard to get out of fight mode. Sometimes it's the only emotion that makes us feel alive, that makes us feel like we're doing something. But unless we get out of fight mode, we'll call to us more to fight about. When we expect something positive or negative, it's a powerful thing. It has a powerful vibration. So when we say, I knew that would happen. Yep, I was afraid that would happen, and yep, it happened. I knew it, I knew it, I knew it. We're setting a trend of unwanted emotion that will gain momentum as it goes. Abraham Hicks tells us we might as well look around and say, there you are, you terrible thing. I was expecting you. On the other hand, when we say, I knew that would happen, and we mean it, our expectation is about something wonderful and good, I knew clarity would come to me. I knew peace would come to me. I knew I would figure out how to get in my own way so the flow of good could come my way. And I know things are always, always, always working out for me. Those are expectations we want to nurture because they set a trend for good and more good in motion that will gain momentum. It's the law. It's how it goes. When we nurture positive expectation, when we know that the one power back of all things is the only one bringing good things into form, we'll be able to look around everywhere and say, there you are, you beautiful thing. I was expecting you. Rumi wrote, on a day when the wind is perfect, the sail just needs to open, and the world is full of beauty. Today is such a day. Namaste. All right. Well, I'm feeling pretty good. How about you? All right, well, our wonderful, intrepid treasurer isn't here today. And so I'm just going to do what she does, but first I'll do what I usually do. I'm going to say thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for just showing up. It feels so good to look out and see you. You are just bright lights of love. And how blessed are we to share our light together. And I want to say thank you to all of you who show up live stream, and some of you live streamers who show up in person. We are so blessed that you show up, and so are you, because we're in this together. We're in this love together. We're in the creation of this love in the world. So thank you for showing up. Thank you if you found us during the week. Thank you if this is your first time to ever see us on video, because it means that something in you wanted something we're offering. And that's a beautiful thing, too. And as you know, it takes financial support for us to continue to do what we do in the way that we do it, and even greater ways, because that's what we're looking to. We're looking to growing and expanding together, to set a trend of expansion, a trend of more shared love that will gain momentum as we move on. And so thank you to all of you who share with us and allow that to happen financially. And thank you, all of you on live stream, because I know you are all sorts of places in this world and you still support what we do. But if for some reason you didn't hear how to support us and you want to, or maybe you take off for coffee when this particular part happens and you should really stay for our treasurer because she's usually pretty funny. Or if you just found us and you're new and you're going, wow, I really want to be a part of that. Or if you've gotten a CD that perhaps Grateful Jim has given to you, because he's just gets them on Sundays and hands them out, sometimes to total strangers. So if he's handed one to you and you've gotten this far in the CD and you're going, wow, how can I help? This is how. You can go to facebook.com/Life Enrichment Center and hit the donate button. You can go to our website, lecflint.com, and hit the contribute button. You can contribute through PayPal, and our email address is lec2512@gmail.com, or you can send a check to the Life Enrichment Center, P.O. Box 321294, Flint, Michigan 48532. And believe me, however you want to contribute, we'll find it, and we'll be grateful that we did. So thank you for that. And for all of us, we're going to have a gratitude offering, and we're going to listen to Grateful, the song Grateful, sung by Marcia Allen and Jason Phillips, and accompanied by Larry Vanderbilt.